Good evening, and welcome to Economics News, Channel 6. I'm Ed Bradshaw.
And I'm Madeline Coast. Tonight's top stories: can the economy be stabilized through monetary and fiscal policy? Is forecasting for the economy possible in today's day and age? And later, the time lag issue and what it means for you.
Let's get started, Madeline. Economists are still disagreeing whether they can stabilize the economy through focusing on the potential and or the limitations that come with the use of macro policy in our economic situation. Many disagreements between our economic leaders revolve around how exactly is the right way to achieve price stability, steady growth, and full employment.
That's right, Ed. Economic activists who believe that all economic activity requires a corrective call to action are saying that an economic downturn requires stimulus, while economic growth calls for fiscal and monetary restraint. The activist complements who identify as non-activists believe that this strategy is more likely to create problems rather than solutions.
Here to answer our question is economic expert Hank Hill. Reporting live, Hank, why are economic non-activists arguing that the economic strategy does more harm than good?
Great question, Ed. The answer is quite simple. Non-activists have seen in past economic situations that unpredictable and drastic adjustments in both monetary and fiscal policy are actually creating volatility. And so, non-activists favor a steady policy regardless of business conditions.
So we've got a lot of disagreement happening there, but one thing that recent studies have found is that economists generally agree upon the fact that economic forecasting is beyond the reach of modern-day economists. Hank, what are your thoughts on this study?
That's spot on, Madeline, and is definitely agreed upon in our community. The basic idea is that economics tries to find patterns and trends in an attempt to predict future events, but when it comes right down to it, everything in economics works upon theory. There are so many constant changes in our world, in technology, business, politics, and everything that affects the economy. All those changes are so unpredicted and create shock for the economy. As economists, we try to give a rough estimate of future events, but ultimately, it's impossible for us to give a precise and accurate prediction.
Wow, Madeline. That's a nice scarf.
Agreed upon.
Hank, you got some style. Anyways, on to our next question. Sorry. We've got a question sent to us from a viewer asking about the different types of lags that come along with monetary and fiscal policy. The time lag issue is something that economists definitely need to take into account when making changes in policy. Hank, can you explain this to our viewer?
Thanks, Ed. I got in the scarf game when I was mayor of Providence. Of course, so when finding the right time to implement new policy, the first time lag we can see is the recognition lag, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the time period between the time that an economic change happens and policymakers identify the adjustment. Next, there's administrative lag, and that is the extra time that it takes to actually establish new policy because of the long process that is required to make fiscal and monetary policy changes.
So, Hank, those new frames are oddly familiar.
Madeline, you know what? They look a lot like yours.
I guess we both just have similar swag.
Right.
So, Hank, that would be something like the time that it takes to get a change made through legislation and everything, correct?
You know what, Maddie? My dad's a damn good snowmobiler. He builds the best sleds in town. He actually hooked me up with these pre-colored glasses. I wear the hat inside also to block the rays of the light. But on to your question, that's exactly correct. And the last type of lag is impact lag. And to put it simply, this is the time it takes for policy to take full effect on the economy. Impact lags are notorious for varying in length and being longer than anticipated.
Hank, you've really just inspired me today. The things that you said, your style. Thank you so much for coming and answering all of our questions that we've had, and you really helped out our viewers. That's a wrap today for our segment tonight on economic stability. For all of us at Economic News Channel 6, I'm Ed Bradshaw.
And I'm Madeline Coase. Good night.